poem about this guy. Last time, for good.
He sucks. He sucks.
Promise?
Yeah, I promise. Oh, God. And some of this is like, some of this you already kind of heard, because I edited this whole poem before, and I just scrapped it all up and did it again. So this is like my goodbye to him and everything else. This is called Blues to Mr. Charlie. Mr. Charlie, I've been thinking about you lately. In fact, I do that on starless nights when the moon is the only thing keeping me company. And I remember our days in a renaissance of poetry of 12 bars, blues, bebops, and blasphemy. We were both artists in hues of a broken Harlem, painting our pictures with words. I was Nina Simone, singing more than the Piedmont blues in the contralto range, and you were Langston Hughes, sparking fires with pens sharper than words, and I respected that. But when you wanted me, I just laughed. You were a confident Casanova, and my laughter would be the start of interludes that Aubrey Graham would envy because you were serious. Because you would lure me in dark corners and kiss me on August nights, proving your point you could teach me the art of passion at such a young age, that maybe you could make me want you like almost every girl you've ever known, that maybe I wasn't so immune to you. The first time we met, I disliked you. I never knew what it was that always drew me in. Maybe it was the lightning in your pipes, because your velvet voice is smoother than a crooner built on one of his classic compositions. And even though that I'm no different from all your other songs for women, you always sang my song with just enough intensity. You are Louis Armstrong, playing wonderful worlds of gorgeous notes in your hands, They have been waiting for chances to touch my soul for a while now, and now that you have me like a saxophone in the brims of your fists, you probably hold me like I was fragile. Like fallen angels with broken wings that take every advantage just to appreciate my curves, confine me in a black dress, and see if I can live up to my name, a fireball. And you place a gardenia and your charm resting in my head once you leave and make me feel like Lady Day on the stage. Special, wanted, and beautiful, even when you told me that I already was. You would waltz into my dreams and we would dance a tale of anachronisms in ancient Greece, where you were my demigod and I was a princess, and we met through bitter countries playing tug of war. When I wake up, we would greet each other with poems in our palms, and you give me something to sing about. Your touch was interjections running onto my skin, decorating my simple backbone with complex scales. Your kisses are crescendos, breaking the silence in my standards, and you changed the entire meaning in my blues. I sing letters to you on music sheets, and sometimes the notes were never finished, but the quarters and portions always made my feelings whole, and I built all the caricature of you as a king, saving me from myself, and you noticed it. And you burned every insecurity I had once I rested my head on your chest. It gave me butterflies in the pits of my stomach, but sometimes I treat you like we never met. Put you back in your place to remind you of our circumstances, but you always whisper in my ear, I don't want you to pull away. Let's just stand under full moons and enjoy the moment, because our kisses will be dirty secrets kept in closets, and our thoughts will rest in caskets, and we can revisit them whenever we want to, whenever we feel lonely. And I only know how close you come to figuring me out, how I'm halfway taking off the mask that James Baldwin deemed as security blankets, made of excuses and bruises that my past has left, because you always surprise me. Sometimes I am as breathless as Gillespie when he separates from his trumpet, when your fingers dance on my hips, and when we lay in bed together, our curious lips took chances, and we'd always find treasures when we were finished. And sometimes I would mistake your name as muse instead of mortal, and I would set myself up for failure. To try and love you was almost a labyrinth that I could never console, because you would never let me. You would never let me kiss the fear out of your voice, so I just thought you hated sleeping alone. But I was wrong. I drowned in poems I'd hoped that you'd never hear because they were hints of my weakness, but you did. I scratched your records over and over with that same patroller that we danced to in the ambiance of my subconscious to remind myself of the state I'm supposed to be in, over you. Because I would always end up underneath you. Because you always said that I would come back whenever I saw your face, and sometimes I could never help myself. You had always been my heroine dream, and I never mind relapsing in that, Mr. Charlie. I like relapsing in impromptu kisses, spilled emotions, and hazes of inaccuracy. Like I said, you always kept me on my toes, and to wake up next to you in the morning has always been my favorite ending.